Hey man, how you been? What do you think? Man, you look tired. That's because I am. Anyways, guys, welcome to this video. As you can see from the thumbnail, or if you didn't see the thumbnail, it's known as getting tired and overworking. So I'm gonna be describing what it's like to be working at very late stuff. See, back in middle school, you have your simple stuff. You're able to take time to read your tests because they're probably not in a week. And you're able to do your assignments and projects a lot longer. You have more duration of time. But now, when you get to high school, the freshman, that all goes away because the teachers make you work hard. Now, I know not every school probably does this, but sometimes they want you to work hard. And I know for the sole sake of the teacher's purpose is to teach you so that you can get a job. But of course, they don't know about your personal life. They don't know what you're going through. So I'd say that, so let's talk personal stuff here. So back in middle school, back in 7th grade, I remember I literally had so much time to study for a test, which of course I did. But then when I took that test, I just couldn't. But by the way, when I was studying that thing again and again and again, I was really putting work into it. I was getting tired more frequently. Until it got to the point when I did take the test, I didn't have the mind power and strength to do it. Even though I did it, my grade was not that good. And my mom got pissed off. Well, she didn't get pissed off. She just kind of got mad. She said, "Why'd you get a bad grade? You should have studied." And I said, "Well, I did study." See, I know my mom. I know she wants me to do my best, but I know I studied for that test, but I get tired a lot. If you cannot tell, I actually used to have dark circles under my eyes, showing that I was pretty worked out and tired. Okay, then you get to high school. That's where things get serious. It's basically doing things more quickly and more frequently. See, for me personally, it came down to a wire for the past month. I saw a certain cycle where I learned some materials on Monday, then on Tuesday, I learned about one material for a class that takes a test on Thursday. We learn about the material on Tuesday and then the thing on Thursday. Then on Wednesday, we get to go more into detail. Then Thursday is some tests, and then Friday is mostly tests. So, or presentations or things to do. So yeah, you can probably imagine what it's like to see many tests go frequently, while you middle schoolers out there are pretty lucky to be doing that. You take a full week to take a test. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell a personal story. So I remember, when I got back to school one week after my weekend, I got back on Monday to see multiple tests that were going to be taken. And I legitimately was shaking in my boots. I thought I couldn't get all this done, so I decided to wing it. I decided to study in one night, study all the material. But I didn't have to go far. I could have rested. I could have rested fully. Yeah, I could have done that. No. That's what my mind told me. My mind told me, you should not slack off. Get this good grade on a test. And you will succeed. That was my motive. Succeeding. And not getting a bad grade. Just getting something average or good. It doesn't matter if it's an A+. I don't care. I'd rather take, like, below. But, by the way, look at this tiny gun. This doesn't work. As you can see, it's just a little doodad. It's just a pretty little nifty thing. Okay, that's not even part of the subject. But yes, I decided to wing it and go for one night study, which was actually a terrible idea, because the only thing that supplied me of my food was, like, I had a bowl of cereal that night, and that was it, and I mostly drank water. I'd say it was sustainable. Like, I promised myself I would still eat food, but I didn't have to go this far with studying. Next day, things didn't go well. I mostly forgot most of the material that yesterday night, even though I'm like, I clearly remember that, right? Come on now. Then I mostly fumble some. And then the grades come in and I'm like, ah, shoots, this is not good. Like a C or below. Now, I know some of y'all nerds out there might be like, but that's not enough. You're terrible. I don't care. You think I care if I got a good grade? Nah. The only thing that matters is trying to pass the school. Trying to pass school and trying to pass the, I don't know, sociability. What do you call it nowadays? But yeah, another time that I overworked myself one time to the point where I got really tired is when I had to work on sometimes I had to work on multiple projects. But I remember this one back in middle school. It was a kids book project with me and my friend Abigail. And we was working on the project, right? Now here's one thing that Abigail did. Well, I don't know. I don't remember if it was her name, but yeah, it was her name. I remember. I say this. She literally just didn't help at all. So look, you may say, well, then how? Wasn't this like a group project? And I'm like, yes, it is. But here's the catch. It was an art/writing project that we had to work on. And, well, while I was busy making the writing and drawing, well, Abigail was mostly the drawing part, but she barely did some. I actually came up with some of the drawings. And then, actually, so what Abigail did for me was kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? But what she was doing. So there's this other group with some girls that didn't know how to draw. They only knew how to trace, but they just couldn't draw. They weren't even allowed to trace. And so they actually asked Abigail for her help. Well, I was stuck doing the writing part. The whole thing. And let me tell you, you may think, oh, well, it's probably like a few paragraphs, right? No. It was like 14 damn pages. 14 damn pages of work. Yeah, 14. 14 of pure writing and dialogue of some characters that we made in a kid's book. Like, it's a made-up kid's book. But that me and Abigail made. But it was I'm like, when we came back and we got like our grade, I'm like, Abigail, why didn't you help me with this project? I literally got so tired from working on this thing. I couldn't sleep last night. Which was actually true. I just couldn't sleep because of how much doubt and stuff I was going to get a good grade on this project. And this was like at the end of the year. So, had to focus up. And Abby was like, excuse me, I did most of the work here. I did most of the title and the stuff. And I'm like, are you messed up? Are you tweaking? Man, I had to do like 14, 15 pages. And she's like, well, what's wrong with that, huh? Why are you complaining? I'm like, that's a lot. And you didn't help anything with it. You could have helped me. But instead, you helped another group. How is that fair? See, I unnecessarily burnt out on that project because Abigail was slacking off working with the other group to help them on drawing. Yeah. I do hope Abigail does learn her lesson, but it's fine. That's in the past. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, this ain't squeaky. Alright, last story. Set this up. Alright, last story I wanted to tell about burnout and getting tired easily. If I'm trying to remember in my mind. I do remember this was actually part of a art thing I was doing. And well, mostly I do work on art as well. I mostly do stuff like that. Like this drawing right here. Hold on, let me pull it up. Like, I don't know, a drawing of, like a drawing of Cheddar right here. Yeah, I do drawing work. And I mostly have to come up with new ideas so that I impress some of the viewers. I will be doing some animation and drawing stuff later on in the years, I guess. But I mostly work drawings. And actually back then, I was a very efficient guy with drawing. Like, I would make a drawing in about 20, 30 minutes. And then I just get it posted on. And then life was good. Until I have to, of course, work on schoolwork. And also getting tired. So, one time, I overworked myself in making... I was overworking on, homeworks and some other stuff. And classwork that I was missing. And once I got done with all of that, I'm like... You know what? I'm gonna chillax, do some drawings, get some stuff done. I'm not done with working. And so, I'm like staring at my blank page of sketchbook paper. And I'm saying to my mind, I'm too tired, man. I gotta draw something. I gotta think. But my mind was just too brain dead just to even think of a drawing or a reference or a topic. So I decided to just call it quits and call it a night. Nah, I'm just kidding. I actually did make a full-on color drawing, all line work, and wasted about an hour making it. An hour of my sleep. And I'm like, I'm not done yet. I must work. No, I wasn't really like, I must work. I'm like, I still gotta make something so that the guys know I'm not dead. And so I make another one, wasting like 30 minutes again. And it was like 11 in the night. And it was almost 12 o'clock in the morning. No, just 12 a.m. And I'm like, fine, I'll go to sleep. I didn't rest well that night. Let me tell you that much. But yeah, anyways, the lesson of this video is to not overwork yourself. Is to not overwork your mind to the point where you feel like you're gonna die. Because if you do that, life is not gonna be good. I'd say if you do get in a state of depression, of burnout, of how much stuff you were doing, I'd say deal with the burnout first. Just so you can recalculate and go over thoughts. Probably change your lifestyle, kind of. Start trying to eat healthy, trying to work out, trying to take a shower, probably absorb in drawing or reading. Like, I'm not a guy of books, but some of you guys probably are. You probably absorb yourself or sink into a nice book by the not campfire, by the sophisticated fire thing. Chimney fire. I don't know. But yeah, you do that and do that. But also, you message some friends, have some fun, and then just have fun and try to keep things well in your life. Don't do it like how I did. Try to wing stuff in the middle of the night. For me personally, I'm trying to move to doing my homework in the day, because mostly I do my homework in the night. For me personally, I'm like a night owl. I work in the night only. But yes, you should not burn yourself out and get tired of overworking, which is a basic thing. And also, guys, I see that I've been getting mostly my subscribers and viewers on my shorts, but I'm gonna slowly start moving back to videos, just so we can make things interesting. Anyways, thank you for your time. Subscribe, the red button, that should be gray. It should be gray, not red, gray. Just so you could not miss out on any future shorts or videos or posts. And also leave a like on the video. Helps the channel a lot. Also, by the later in the week or month or year, I'll be making my personal stories and some other cool stuff that you guys probably want to hear. Anyways, Pepe signing off. Woof. Oh, come on, try again. Woof.